You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?
What's up, Raider Nation? What is up? You already know what happened. We gonna talk about this shit. We gonna talk about this shit. I got a good idea of what the fuck went wrong as far as not no conspiracy shit, just some real shit. Shit that I paid attention to during preseason. But we're gonna discuss this shit. Like I said, people gonna notice that we're alive now. I'm gonna talk about what the fuck went wrong, and I know part of the problem. I believe I know part of the problem, and I'm gonna rant. This is Lunatik's rant post game. Pull on up, pull on up, pull on up. Let me go ahead and get this shit all situated, man, because this shit that happened now did not need to happen as such. Exactly. It did not need to happen this way. The only silver lining in the clouds, you know what I mean, is the fact that we lost by 5, considering 3 interceptions and a multitude of sacks, and they kept switching the right tackle. That lets you know you're not fully sold on the right side of the line. And this is the same concern that Raider Nation has had. Leatherwood is not just the only problem that we had. It's whoever's on the fucking team right now. We do not have the answer. We might have a plug, but not the answer to right tackle. Because that's the only position they were swapping out Mumford with motherfucking Illuminor throughout the game. All for what? What, to get more sacks? To give up the same amount of sacks as previous person at that position? It's a lot of shit to go over, but I'm going to give you my opinion on one of the things that went wrong with this whole fucking thing. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. I paid attention to it during preseason. It seemed to me the Raiders were the only team to not do what the rest of the league was doing. Let me do this real quick, man, because I tell you, I got a lot of shit in my head that I want to get out. I don't want to forget it. So let's what the fuck happened to my fucking link? This son of a bitch. I was just playing this shit. Get one Raider asylum. Dirty little round, dirty lunatic. Hey, Raider, baby. Fuck your team breaking news. Damn, this is what we want. All right. So this is it in a nutshell. The thing that really irked me, that made my distaste for what the fuck they was doing, and you would think that a veteran group of coaches would have understood this and took care of this during the preseason. The number one thing that I noticed is you did not let the starters play during preseason, but instead you waited until the games counted to iron out the wrinkles in your offense, in your defense with starters. Just because your starters are elite type players don't mean that the camaraderie and the cohesiveness with the rest of the unit on the starting offense, on the starting defense, are ready to just be thrown into a game and say, play. Go play. They need to understand and work shit out. You did not give them an opportunity in preseason to work these things out. You did not let Carr, Renfro, Waller, Adams all play together in the preseason to work these kinks out in a new offense. That is my number one. That's the one thing I fucking do not like and did not like out of this game. Because we know what this offense can do. When was the last time that we had a wide receiver get that many yards and a touchdown in the game? And I'm specifically talking about Adams. When was the last time we had a wide receiver get over 100 plus yards and a touchdown in a single game? Not tight end, not slot, a number one receiver. And you squandered that. You had that on a platter. They could not stop Adams, but then at the same time, just because Adams were making big plays for you, Carr, does not mean you had to go out there and try to make the big play yourself. I said this before the game. Game day morning with the nation, I stated that. You don't have to be the gunslinger. You do not have to make the big play. Get your players the ball. Let them take care of that part of the aspect of the offense. Let them make the big play. But you threw 3 interceptions. Could those 3 interceptions be prevented? Fuck yeah. All day long it could have been prevented. All fucking day long it could have been prevented. Why? How? Let me explain. Not just in the interceptions as well. Big plays. You had Waller dead to rights in the fucking end zone for a touchdown. But what did you do? You threw it behind him. That is because you did not play with Waller in the preseason. Don't think you could just, because you're the starter, you could just be thrown on the field and shit's going to take off from where it ended off at last year. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. You preach, and this is to the coaches, you preach repetitions in practice. But what about the repetitions in live action? The real games, not practice, but real games. You did not give the starters repetition in live action football against another team. At all. I know injuries is a big concern. I know you want to tap dance around getting your starters injured, but these motherfuckers need to get out there just like the rest of the motherfuckers trying to make the team need to get out there and show and prove and knock off the rust. You did not allow that to happen, coaching staff. I blame you. Stop treating the starters with baby gloves on. Stop being, we don't want them to get hurt. Fuck all that. Get them out there for a series or 2 in preseason. You want to expect them to go ahead and hit the ground running in regular season and not even have a fucking game that does not count for wins or losses to get out there and work that rust off? You don't allow that? But yet you said in the Hall of Fame game, the reason why Josh Jacobs played in that game is because they don't get the live action repetition as they do in practice. So why is that different for anybody else on the team? Quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. Why is it any different? Put them on the field in the preseason, not the whole preseason. I understand the concern, and it's your concern is well written and documented. Yes, you have to worry about injuries to your starters. But if they get no repetition in preseason to go ahead and know exactly what the fuck to do in a live action game situation when it comes to week 1 at SoFi versus a divisional rival, now we're 0-1 in the fucking division. And you can tell, yeah, Carr and Devontae, he forced the issue on that. A lot of times it worked out, but other times it didn't. Let's keep it 100, it didn't. Carr needs to stop trying to be the fucking guy like Brett Favre. I know the number 4 on his chest is for a reason. Because of Brett, the gunslinger. You don't need... Brett never had a fucking Adams, Renfro, Waller, and Jacobs on his team at one time. You do. You don't have to be that guy. You don't have to thread the needle between 3 defenders, 2 defenders to try to make a big play. Just get your weapons the ball. Let them do what they do. Plain and simple. Let them do what they do. You're doing too fucking much. You're not Brett Favre. You're Derek Carr. Play within what you can do. I know you want to make the big play and win the game, but it's not about just you. There's 10 other motherfuckers on that field with you on offense. You don't need to be a gunslinger. You have no reason to be a gunslinger anymore. Not with what you have around you. Let them be the gunslingers. Let them be the big play motherfuckers. Break the tackle and take it another 10, 15, 20, or maybe even to the house. That's what you allow your playmakers to do. Playmakers. Listen to the fucking name of that. What is a playmaker? A motherfucker that make plays. You don't have to be the playmaker. You're not the savior. You're a piece to the big puzzle of the big picture, which is to win a Super Bowl. Now, I know you might have been out there a little antsy and, you know what I mean, holding the ball too fucking long, which I observed during the game. Holding the ball. There should be a clock in your head. Get rid of that shit. Don't take a sack. I'd rather you throw the ball out of fucking bounds than take a 6, 7, 8-yard sack. You're going backwards. Come on, man. Come on. I'm ranting. Yes, I'm ranting. That's what this show is. Post-game. Rant with Lunatik Raider. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. What is the real and what is not. And what's the real is, you should have let these guys play in the preseason. Previous. And look, and here's the cold thing. This is the shit that like fucking fucks with my head. We had an extra preseason game you could have let them play in. But you didn't. You didn't. You expect a motherfucker just to hit the ground running on game 1, week 1, against the Chargers, divisional rival, in a game that fucking counts. Win or lose, it goes into your record in your win and loss column. Not preseason. But you took that gamble. You're scared of getting motherfuckers. Fuck being scared. Fuck being scared. What does being scared do for you? But prevent you from being great. You should have let them have a series or two in the preseason, all together, the starters, so they can, whatever fucking issues they have, whatever wrinkles is in the offense that they can't, let them work that shit out. Let them understand in a live game against a real opponent, not your defensive, offensive, and whatever first string, second string players you face in the fucking practice. Practice? Allen Iverson. No wonder Allen Iverson. Practice? Yes, Allen Iverson. Practice. That is a reason why you practice. So the real thing is no issues. The real thing is smooth as that plastic, as silk on your plastic cover on your grandmother's couch. Smooth like that. But you enabled your team to be successful at a high level. How did you enable them? Because you did not give them the opportunity to work through whatever would have happened, which happened tonight, which would have happened for them to work through. Interception, sacks, protection, offensive line. Come on now. What fucking teams keep switching out right tackles throughout the fucking game? Mumford, Illuminor, Mumford, Luminor, Mumford. Who is it? Who's the fucking starter of the right side tackle spot? Illuminor or Mumford? Y'all should have known that shit before week 1 happened. You had 4 fucking preseason games to prepare for this shit and you were unprepared. Stop being fucking scared. Injuries can happen at any cost, at any time, at any fucking where. Man, you cannot prevent whatever's inevitable is going to happen. If a motherfucker's going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. He could be at home taking his shit and motherfucker might strain himself to death. You know what I mean? Asshole might just freeze up on him and the shit won't come out. It's a risk. Life is a risk. Every time you step out your front door into this world, it's a risk something bad is going to happen to you. But fear cannot be the thing to keep you from going out there and living your life. Football, like I said, football is the perfect sport to give you life lessons. And football, you can't be scared. You can't. Being scared is going to enable you from being great. Do you not understand that? Put them out there in preseason. You could have gave them a whole half, a whole quarter in preseason to play and work through these growing pains. It's a brand new offense. You got so what? You and Devontae Adams, y'all work together in the all season, but not under Josh McDaniels' offense. Not with that play calling and with the other motherfuckers that's on the starting offense. You never work with them together in totality. But all of a sudden, you think you can just throw them out there and, they're okay. Yeah, they weren't okay today. 3 fucking interceptions. 3 interceptions. How many sacks? How many? I didn't even count. I lost count. When Matt got 3, I said, man, fuck it. Fuck it. You let Matt get 3. And part of them sacks were because Carr was holding the ball too long. There should be a clock in your head to say, get rid of, because I was yelling at the TV, get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball. And then here come a sack. Oh my God. Fucking get rid of the ball, man. You don't have a clock in your head? If nobody's open, tuck the ball and fucking run. I'd rather you get a fucking 1-yard gain on a fucking quarterback keeper than a fucking 6, 7, 8-yard fucking loss on a sack. Come on, man. Do the fucking math. You got minuses and pluses. You're taking the minus when you can have the plus. The plus is sitting in your lap. There was times when you got sacked that I seen you could have took the ball and took the fuck off. But no, you're waiting. Now I understand why the Carr haters feel the way that they fucking do. You got all this shit around you. You've been in the league this long and you still don't have a clock developed in your head as far as get rid of the fucking ball. You're holding on to it too long. You don't have a clock alarm that's saying, Carr, get rid of the motherfucking ball. You're about to get sacked. Oh, shit, he got sacked. You don't have that in your fucking head in 8 years? Come on, man. I've been a big advocate of Carr. Big, never knocked him. It's only one game. Exactly. It's one game. There's no need to get, you know what I mean, all built up and tripping off of this shit off of one game. But in order for this one game to not keep reoccurring, Groundhog's Day. Remember the movie Groundhog Day where the motherfucker kept waking up and the same shit keep happening? Even if he tried to change something, it keep happening. We need to avoid that shit. Carr, you've been in the league too long. I understand, and I don't blame it all on you. Part of the blame goes to the coaching staff. For real. For real. The coaching staff, for not playing the starters in the preseason, is your fucking fault. Not Carr, not you. No, move out the way. The coaches, your fucking fault for not playing the starters in the preseason to let them work through their growing pains. You know they're in a new offense. You know they got new fucking players on the team that they got to play with, and they got to understand and analyze and break down what they like, what they don't like. Come on now. That's I don't care if it's pro, college, high school, or Pop Warner. You have to learn your environment, and your environment is with these players on your offense or defense. Learn them. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What do they need help with? What can you do to help them be better? And what can you tell them to do to help you be better? Come on, man. That's fucking common sense. Come on. I never played a fucking down in professional football, but I know that it's no different than any other fucking football league that you played in. That's the shit that fucking really irritates me. And here's the graph. Here's the measurement of what we did and how actually good we could be. Carr had 3 interceptions. Been sacked. Was it 5 times Carr got sacked? 5 sacks and 3 INTs? Now here's the thing. This is what brings everything into perspective as far as our potential. And we lost by how many games? I mean, how many points? How many points did we lose on this game? 5? On the road? 5 points on the road, and we had 3 interceptions and over 5 sacks. I think it was 5 sacks. So that tells me if you eliminated the sacks and the interceptions, the game would have been ours. I know the one pass that you threw to Waller in the end zone that was behind him, that was a touchdown. That would have been a touchdown all day. The other time you went to Waller and you threw it short and it was intercepted, if you would have led him, there was nobody in front of Waller. Nobody in front of Waller on that play either. That would have been 6 as well. But see, I'm not going to say that you're a fuck up and that's why it happened. I believe what happened is, and I'll say it again, I'm going to reiterate what I said, not playing in preseason, for you not to develop a camaraderie, you're on the same level with each other in the preseason on a game that does not matter if you win or lose. You could have experimented. You could have experimented routes. You could have experimented passes, plays. You could have did that in the preseason. But you can't afford to do that in the regular season when these games count. Now we're 0-1. We're 1 in the hole. We're 1 in the hole. And that's not what we focused on. You guys had ample opportunity to win this game. But I mean, sometimes you guys just brain fart. You should have let these starters, and I'm gonna keep saying that shit because I'm not gonna blame it all on the players. Players' production, that's part of it. But when you put a puzzle together, you don't complete a puzzle with just one piece. There's not just one piece in the box. Take it out the box, lay it down. It ain't a big picture that's already done on one puzzle piece that you lay down. I'm done. It's not that easy. There's a lot of pieces that go into a puzzle. And you got to find them and make them fit where they fit. So, I mean, we shouldn't get overly anxious with what happened today. Thank God it happened today, the first game of the season, because now you have tape. Now you can understand. But I still believed in my heart that the coaching staff made a serious mistake by not letting the starters play at least a series or two in preseason. Don't let them, and this is why I said I didn't want rookies starting on the offensive line. Because these mistakes, they're going to make. The only way you're going to learn is by fucking up. That's the way life is. That's just how it's going to be, and it ain't going to never stop. Fucking up is going to be the best teacher to teach you on what not to do. You never gave the starters an opportunity to fuck up before the regular season. You see where I'm going with this? You did not give him a chance to fuck up, to learn what not to do so they can carry it over to a game that matters. Next year, man, I expect different. I expect you to go in the preseason and let the starters play a little bit, man. Let them work the rust off. Let them fuck up and learn. You know what I mean? Let them learn about their brothers that's around them playing. Let them learn about the offense and the defense that you're teaching them. But in a game that does not matter. Yeah, there's a risk of injury. There is a risk of injury. But that's a risk you must take. There's a risk every day I go out my front door and go to work that I can get murdered, killed, hit, whatever. Fucking shit happens. There's a lot of different outcomes that can happen once you leave out your front door. But I don't go out there thinking, oh, I hope nothing happens today. I go out there and live my life and try to be smart with it. So you got to do the same thing with the starters. Let them go into a game. Let them be smart with it. Yeah, they know shit can happen, but be smart with it. You know what I mean? So that's my rant for today, you guys. I'm disappointed because I seen the potential as far as, like I said, with Davante Adams. When was the last time we had one receiver get over 100 yards receiving in a game? He damn near had that shit in the first half. That showed me that this what this team lacked. But at the same time, you know they say your gift is your curse. So Carr's gift and his curse, his gift was Davante Adams. His curse was to keep going to Davante Adams, even when he shouldn't have. You got other guys on this team that's just as capable of making big plays as Davante Adams. If you would have balanced that offense out, then the defense would have had to been like, they couldn't just key on one target. Today, they can key on one target. Just like when you went to Davante Adams going deep, you didn't have to go deep. You didn't have to do that. The only time you go deep is if he got man to man and he's by himself and he beats the brakes off a motherfucker. And you be like, oh, and when he raises his hand up like that, you let that ball go. But when he got two men on him and one on top, that's why I said those are the mistakes you make in preseason so you can go ahead and correct them for the regular season. That's all I'm saying. I still love my team. I don't think my team is bad. I just think the choices that they made kept them from winning this game. Bad choices. Bad choices. Whether it's the quarterback, the right tackle, the coaching staff, it all works. It all works together. You can't have one without the other. But you know what I mean? It's Raiders all day on mine, and it ain't gonna never change. You know what I mean? Let me see. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of shit. Nah, man, nah, Curtis Wilson ain't no too much on the golf course. Everybody on the team was at the golf course. Nobody say shit when Tom Brady golfing and he wins 6, 7 Super Bowls. That's a fucking cop out. Now, if he skips practice and goes to the golf course, that's an issue. But your time is your time. Sometimes you got to decompress from everything around you that's stressful. You know what I mean? It's not the golf course that caused this shit. Like I said, I put a lot of majority of the blame on the coaching staff. You should have had them playing in the preseason. You should have. Why wouldn't you? But yet, your excuse for having Josh Jacobs in the Hall of Fame game is because he don't get those kind of reps in practice. So if he don't get those kind of reps in practice, what makes you think anybody else on the team is getting those reps in practice? Get them in a game, a live game with referees and another team and a crowd and fans. You had none of the story. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, and just to prove my point, how did Carr look today? Didn't look good, huh? How did Max Crosby look today? Look average. Chandler Jones? Look average. Look average. You notice everybody that played in the preseason look good? What Abrams look like? Nate Hobbs. Oh, now we seeing the picture. I got you. Now we're seeing the picture. The people that got reps in the preseason look good. What did Josh Jacobs look like today? Oh, yeah? He played in the preseason. Yes, he did. Devontae Adams didn't, but shit, Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams. You can't put nobody in the category with the GOAT. The GOAT of the motherfucker. And look, Carr had a bad game, and how many yards Devontae had? So how many yards could Devontae have had if Carr wouldn't have had a bad game? 200 yards receiving? 2 touchdowns? Possibility? And that's the very first time they played with each other in a game since college. And yet Devontae had 100 plus yards and a touchdown. I'm telling you, read in between the lines. Matter of fact, I need a motherfucking drink. Shout out to the chat, man. Hey, I know I'm ranting, but that's what this show is about. To talk about the shit that concerns us. Week 1 shouldn't really be a concern, but I'm observing things that this team needs to change in the future. Start letting the ones play in preseason, not the whole preseason, but give them a series here, a series there. Just to, you know what I mean, acclimate them and get them into live action gameplay. Don't wait until it's a game that counts in your win and loss column to go ahead and, hey, go out there and learn from your fuck ups today. No, today's not the day. You know what I mean? Today's not the day. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Raider Ben is in the house, man. We got Crew Joe. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. Thank you for pulling up, Crew Joe. I don't know if this is your first time here, but if it is, man, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, man, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news, such as this live. This wasn't planned. It's just I wanted to discuss my displeasure. You know what I mean? My displeasure with the production that was on the field and the coaching. There's a lot to sit there and sink your teeth into, man. But I feel we will be better because now we had that game that we fucked up in to learn from, to teach you what not to do next week. If we lose to Arizona next week, I'm gonna check myself in. Yep. I'm gonna check myself in. Where you gonna check yourself into, Lunatic? Hey, fucking rehab or something. Somebody can lay me on a couch and say, "What's going on with you, Lunatic?" Oh man, these fucking Raiders. I mean, I'd rather deal with a cheating girlfriend than these motherfuckers. But nah, man, this is my team. I'm gonna ride with them. But I'm just my observation of what should have happened and what needed to happen did not happen with this team. They, like I said, the first string should have played in the preseason to start working on the inefficiencies that they might have had. Inefficiencies. I see. I'm tripping. I've been one too many shots. I have you like this. Thank God I'm not an emotional type dude to be like breaking. I'll be damn, I break my fucking TV. It ain't that much. I'm not breaking no motherfucking TVs over shit. Over shit. But hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. NorCal Raider Jesse, man. Thank you for pulling up. Hey, that's the fucking shit I'm saying. Hey, for real, hey, NorCal. He threw it with 3 defenders on Waller. And like I said, the starters need playing time in the preseason. Come on, man. I mean, I keep saying this shit. I sound like a broken record. I know you don't want injury. You got to risk it. You have to. Or these wins and losses don't get erased. Regular season, this shit is there. We are 0-1 in the division, in the conference, and a record overall. Off of one game. This is the shit. We had an opportunity to go ahead and we could have won this game. You know what I mean? We could have won this game. But hey, like I said, there's no need to overreact. We need to go ahead and the team need to go in. Now you got game film. Learn your mistakes. Learn how to correct them. And let's see a different Raiders team next Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, especially at home. A home opener, don't fuck this one off. You lost the home opener in LA against the Chargers. You know what I mean? You let that one go. But you made it a game. You did not quit. You did not pout. You went out there and you kept fighting and got it down to a 5-point game. You had an opportunity to go ahead and try to win this shit. So I'm not mad at overall. Your effort is I love your effort. I love your attention to detail. I just think along the way getting to this point, there's some things that we could have did differently to make this team more successful for this season. But, I mean, it is what it is. Life ain't over. My beer's still cold and it tastes good. Car, this is out the car. Car, with no cuss words. I'm going to keep it clean. Because I understand and I respect your faith and all that. This is for you. So anybody, hey, go ahead and cut this little part out and send it to Carr. Let him hear this. Because I want to say something very important that so he'll know. Raider Nation has your back. You're our quarterback. We have to ride with you. But along the way, let's not have to be a gunslinger. There's no need for that. You don't have to be Brett Favre 2.0. No. Be Derek Carr 1.0. And with these weapons you have around you, young man, listen to me. Listen to me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you. With these weapons you have around you, you don't need to be a gunslinger. There's no need for that. Get Devontae the ball. Let him make the big play. Get Waller the ball. Let him make the big play. Let Renfro make the big play once you get him the ball. Don't thread the needle. This ain't sewing class. This ain't home ec. Nope. This ain't home ec. This ain't sewing class. This is football. Let them do what they do in the open field and make the big play. I'm happy with a first down on an 8-yard pass just as much as I am on a first down on a 20-yard pass. But if the motherfucker is 3rd and 7 and you got an 8-yard pass there for a first down, take the first down. That continues to eat the clock up. I know you want to strike big. I know you get excited. You might be, you know what I mean? Like, you might be a little excited because you got your guy there, number 17. You know what I mean? Y'all went to Fresno State. Y'all made big plays at Fresno. Let's not get it wrong. But today was the very first day that you and him played together since college. Not working out. Working out ain't the same. People say, oh, well, we work out together. It's not a live game. You don't have an idea of how the referees are calling plays, throwing flags, or what do they look at. You know, all referees aren't the same. You got the crowd noise going. You're going against a team that you're familiar with, but they're not your buddies that you work out and practice with every day. So all you got to do is make this loss today, make it a chip and put it right here. Make it a chip and put it right here. Put it on your shoulder. Put it on the same shoulder that the naysayers say, you're not a good quarterback. Raiders ain't going to be no more than bottom of the AFC West. You're not going to win more than 8 games. Put that chip with the rest of them. It should be lined up like in a real pretty roll. You know what I mean? You should have a nice roll of chips on your shoulder. But you know what? Since you play in Vegas, the chips that you putting on your shoulder, them is the chips that we win with in Vegas. That's them poker chips. You know what I mean? Hey, that's them chips that you put on the crap table. You go out there next week and you improve that this week was a fluke. You know what I mean? This was your preseason game that y'all should have had. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. This is the preseason game you should have had. You should have had these interceptions and sacks out the way before you got into the regular season to know how to prevent them. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I fuck with the Raiders. It ain't gonna never stop. We get upset. Don't mean we hate you. We hate you. You know what I mean? It don't mean we hate you. It's just we dislike the outcome. We know we're better than this. You know what I mean? And look, today, listen. I'm not a Carr hater. I'm not a Kardashian. I'm a Raider fan. And there's a big difference. You know what I mean? There's a big difference. I'm not going to light candles and pray to you. And I'm not going to wish for your demise. That's the difference of being a Kardashian and a Kardashian. I'm not going to salute you and pray to you and be like, oh, that's the savior of the Raiders. Nah. I'm not going to say, I hope he fuck up so I can say I told you so. Nah. That ain't going to happen. But I'm a big supporter of anybody wearing this motherfucking jersey. When Jamarcus Russell was here, I was a big supporter of him. I had his jersey. But when I seen that he did not have the effort and the testicular fortitude to be a true Raider quarterback, respect went out the window. See, you never get too wrapped up in the players because players come, players go. But if you come in here and you win us a Super Bowl, salute and big respect, because that's why you get the money you get to do what you do with this franchise. So with that being said, man, I don't want to carry on too long. I'm about to go watch this late game and see these old punk ass cow bitches. If you're a Cowboy fan, eat a dick. But hey, I do got Dak Prescott on my fantasy team. So hey, you do good, but bring in that L. You know? For real. Hey, you guys enjoy your Sunday evening. You know what I mean? Do not let this shit get you down. We got a lot of games and a lot of season to go in this season. So hey, y'all keep y'all spirits up, man. Keep rocking this shit. Hey, James, what you said? You said that? Say what? Hey, Javier, Carr held the ball way too long. I mean, I even know I got a clock in my head to tell me, hey, you better throw that grenade, motherfucker. It's about to blow. After I pull the pin, I don't pull the pin and then let go of the little lever on there and be like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta get rid of this. Nigga, I'm pulling nigga, get rid of that shit. Car, get rid. Hey, the ball is a grenade. Somebody tell Car to make believe the motherfucking football is a grenade. Once you pull the pin on that bitch, throw that motherfucker, man. Throw that bitch. Throw it out of bounds. Throw it at the ground. Don't get no grounding. Don't throw an interception. Just get rid of the fucking ball. Don't take a sack, man. Come on now. We all see. I thought I was the only one to like, what the fuck is going on? For real. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I thank you guys. Like I said, this is a spur of the moment live. And that's why it's very important to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I do shit like this. Because I was kind of debating, do I want to go live? Do I not? And just want to wait and do the Good Morning Raider Nation show tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern. Hey, see, there a shameless plug right there. Hey, good morning. You know what I mean? Good Morning Raider Nation, and talk about it. But I had to talk about it now. The shit had me fucking... I was mad. I don't break shit, because anything I buy in this motherfucking house, I'm not breaking shit. And ain't nobody gonna come in this motherfucking break it either. So, hey, like they say, a madman can't think. So I constantly try to just stay on my shit. But yeah, what's up with it, everybody, man? Thank y'all for being here. Not a Raider YouTube. Get a life, clown. And eat a dick. Who? Oh, and not a Raider fan? Okay, who's out there? Who do I need to get on a motherfucking helmet? Man, see, I've been just talking and talking. We got motherfuckers in this motherfucking ain't a Raider fan and talking shit. Hold on, where the fuck is they at? Hold on, where the fuck is they at? Hey, y'all point me out, man. Put the crosshairs on his bitch ass. Put the crosshairs on his bitch ass, because Lunatik is about to dig a hole in that motherfucker's ass. I'm gonna reach up in his ass, and I'm gonna grab his heart, and I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'm gonna reach up in his ass again, and grab his intestines, and pull it out. I'm gonna pull all his innards out his asshole, and let him walk around bow-legged, and make sure that his innards don't touch the ground when he walk. Fuck you. If you ain't a Raider fan and you on this chat talking that shit, motherfucker, fuck you, and fuck that condom that broke when your daddy was running up in your whole ass mama. Oh, did he say that? Yes. I'm that motherfucker. I have no filter. I mean, it is what it is. No filter. That little mattress that's on the ground without a box spring that your daddy met her at the club and, bought her a couple of Long Islands and an Adios motherfucker, and he was in them guts. Yeah. He should have pulled out. He should have pulled the fuck out. So it is what it is. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Oh, wait a minute. Hefe's in this bitch? Hey, Curtis, point that motherfucker out. James Furpo, what is the deal, bruh? For real. Oh. Hold on, man. How the fuck you sneak your ass up in this motherfucker, man? This is what I'm trying to understand. He is what he is? I'm not gonna block you on that one, but you remember last time you was in the chat trying to do line up phase and shit with people in there, bruh. And I told you I don't get down like that on my channel, bruh. I don't care if you're a Kansas City fan or a Kansas City queef or a motherfucking donkey or a discharger. That's fine, but don't try to think you're gonna come into my chat and like challenge the fan base, my Raider Nation fan base, and thinking that you gonna do pull-ups and shit. Bruh, we don't do that, man. Come on, man. With as much of the bullshit that goes on in the world, I'm gonna take it off subject, because see, a lot of shit can lead to this, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know how to control their anger. So it's like, you might piss off the wrong motherfucker, or you might be the wrong motherfucker to get pissed off. And things escalate into an area that it should never escalate to. All right? This is why I say in my chat, you guys can talk trash all you want. It's fine. But when the threats start coming out about physical harm and doing shit to others, I draw the line there, man. I draw the line. So I'm not going to block you. You can talk your shit, but just keep it on a trash talking level. Do not threaten. Do not invite motherfuckers to pull up and nigga, we can catch the fade type shit. Nah, we not doing that shit here, bruh. This platform is not for that. You know what I mean? I want to keep this platform like, hey, he's a KC fan, he's a Denver fan, but they talk shit, but hey, they kept it respectful. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, because I got friends that's not Raider fans, and I fuck with them. We talk shit, but it's not like they say some shit and I be like, I hate you. I wish you stop breathing. Nah, man, come on now. Y'all motherfuckers be doing too much. Curtis Williams. Hey, they need to pay. They need to do something with what's going on, man, for real. Curtis Williams, shout out, Van City Raider. Yeah, man, it wasn't really that embarrassing, and this is why I say it's not that embarrassing. Here's the whole key. See, a lot of people just look at the win-loss column, but you got to look at the journey that got you to that. And the thing is, here's the thing. How many interceptions did the Chargers throw? None. How many times did Sherbert get sacked? None. Now, Carr, 3 interceptions? Was it 5 sacks or was there more? I know Mac had 3, but how many sacks total did Carr have? And out of all that, and on the road, right? We went on the road to face them at their home. Well, not their home, the Rams' home, but we played them on the couch that they slept on. They won by how many? Less than a score? Less than a touchdown? So with all the bad shit that happened to us and nothing bad happening to them, so it takes that to have a 5-point differential between those teams? Oh. Like I said, if they clean that shit up, the outcome will be way different. Ain't no way in the world you're going to win a Super Bowl and you go out there playing games where you got 3 interceptions and over 5 sacks in a game. But the Raiders did it, and they only lost by 5. So that lets me know the differential between the Chargers and the Raiders is the Raiders are a real. They're not to where they need to be elite-wise to even mention elite, but hey, they're that good where they only lost by 5 points with all the bad that only happened to them. It wasn't even. It wasn't like, oh, well, Sherbert had 2 interceptions and 4 sacks. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that. It was like everything that bad happened in this game was on the Raiders. But yet we lost by 5 points. Wow. That's it? A game like that, the Chargers should have won by like 17. You know what I mean? Should have been 2 touchdowns and a field goal with 3 interceptions. With 3 interceptions, and you got to average it in. And like, okay, 2 will be touchdowns, 1 will be a field goal. You know what I mean? The times that Carr got sacked, that's times that we had to go ahead and take a 3 and out and punt it. No scores on our end. But yet we lost by 5. That is what you have to pay attention to. The potential. See, great teams. I done seen great teams get in this kind of position, have a fucked up game. But you look at it like, well, damn, if it wasn't for the turnovers and the sacks, they could have won this motherfucker. I counted 2 touchdowns, hands down. We won by 5. We lost by 5, but I count 2 touchdowns that were missed. The Waller in the end zone to the left when the ball was thrown behind him and he had to reach back and didn't catch it. That was an automatic 6. All he had to do was throw it in front and it was over. The interception to Waller when Waller was going down and Carr threw it short and it got picked off. If you would have seen if Carr would have threw the ball to lead Waller, there was nobody in front of him at all. And Waller has that speed where he would have scored. Because everybody was in front of him, guarding. There was nobody behind him to, like, if Carr would have got that ball over the defender and in front of Waller, because Waller was going this way. If it would have went, that was 6. Go back and watch it. Watch the replay. Watch the 2 times he went to Waller. One was intercepted and one was incomplete. The incomplete was in the red zone or in the end zone. The interception happened going to the right side of the field. Waller was behind the defense. I'm telling you, Chargers got fucking lucky. But see, and I blame that on not playing in the preseason. You got to work these things out. But, I mean, it is what it is. This is officially the Raiders preseason game for the starters. Because it's the first time the starters played. So you got to chalk this up as a preseason game. I mean, it's sad we have to do that. But, I mean, all in all, that's what it is, right? The first time you play together, period. Come on now. They shouldn't have done that. And I knocked that. It's an L. It's an L. But we will get over it. It's only week 1, so only thing we can gauge this team by is next week against Arizona. If we have Arizona come home here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium and beat us and we lose the same way we lost today, then questions are going to be asked. And they're going to be legit questions about quarterback, about right tackle. There's going to be a whole lot of questions to ask. But like I said, we never overreact to what happened because there's a lot of things that played into it. We got to understand, is this the type of team to correct their wrongs and then be better for it? Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I'm a Ducks fan. Ducks got their ass whooped last week by Georgia. Georgia beat the shit out of them, right? But this past weekend, Oregon scored 70 points. Yeah. 7-0. It was Eastern Washington, but they scored 70 points. 70. So that lets me know they're not the kind of team to fold and be like, oh, we ain't shit. They worked hard and be like, I'm not going to let this shit happen again. The Raiders have to have that same mentality. Do not let that shit happen again. Do not do that to your fan base that buys the tickets, your jerseys, the motherfucking hats, the tattoos, and everything else that comes along with riding with the silver and black, because I'm never going to give this shit up. It's an addiction that I don't want to have intervention for. I don't want to come home and motherfucker sit in my front room talk about Terry, Lunatik, a.k.a. Cleophas Jenkins, Raider Stan, Kyle Vanderwhite III. I'm a little slow. We're here to get all your personalities into one body and say, look, your fandom for the Raiders is a little too much. I say, whoa. Before you carry on, let me just tell you one thing before you start trying to intervene on my addiction to the Raiders. Fuck you! Ain't going nowhere. Ain't gonna stop. Raiders till I die. Let's go, y'all. Hey, with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your day. I just had to come rant. Y'all the only ones I can rant to. My son, I talk football with him, but you know, he ain't on that adult level yet. He's still a youngster, so when he get to it, he gonna be like, yeah, man, yeah, Dad, that's bullshit. What you say, nigga? Oh, my bad, Dad. That's a bull crap. But hey, shout out to you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Man, it's only one game. The only game that we have to be concerned with is the next game. So I hope they have that same mentality. I hope we bounce back. If this is your first time here at the channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Knock the hell out of that notification bell so you could be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news, for even lives like this. This wasn't planned. This was a spur of the moment. I just had to rant and tell and talk to my people. My Raider Nation family that's in the chat, man. Hey, salute to you guys. I love y'all. I hope to see you guys here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern is the Good Morning Raider Nation Show live podcast with yours truly, Lunatic Raider, man. Enjoy your guys' day. And like I say, it ain't over till the fat man fart. So with that said, y'all enjoy your motherfucking day, man. Go get you a shot. Calm down. I know this shit get frustrating, get irritating that we lost a game that we shouldn't have lost and we didn't have to lose, but we did. Sometimes you need to get that slap in the face for you to come back to reality and be like, you know what? You motherfucking right. Fuck the Chargers. We'll see them again at home. Yes, indeed. We'll see you. We'll see you again at home. So enjoy, Charger fans. Go home. We take some shots of tequila, shots of electricity up your asshole, and enjoy this win. Cause that might be it. That might be it. We already know how y'all do in the postseason. The Raiders, all they want to do is talk about the past. Well, maybe if the Chargers had a past, you would have something to talk about. So with that being said, fuck the Chargers, or my bad, fuck the Dischargers, fuck the Donkeys, and fuck the motherfucking shitty Queese. Fuck y'all. We gonna meet up again. So until then, Raider Nation, stay strong. Wakanda forever. Raiders forever, baby. We gonna get this shit next week. We gonna get it right. It's the home opener. I will be there live. Stay tuned. Be here tomorrow morning, or I'm gonna go ahead and have a Charger fan come lick your booty hole. All right, I'm going, y'all. I'm out.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.